Welcome to A View to a Grill. I'm Johnny, and today I'm going to make the case as to why I think the Slow and Sear is the best accessory for the Weber kettle. I own two Slow and Sears. I have one for the 26-inch Weber kettle and one for my 22-inch Weber kettle. Both of these I purchased myself, and these are all the reasons that I came up with why I absolutely believe that the Slow and Sear is the best accessory for the Weber kettle. First of all, the Slow and Sear is easy to set up. All you do is set the Slow and Sear down on your bottom grates. I don't go all the way over. I like to set it up at the edge of these tabs. The reason for that is so that I can use all the area within the Slow and Sear without my protein touching the sides of the kettle. Take a look at this. If this piece of wood were a steak, I can then set it down just like this over the Slow and Sear. Whereas if I had it banked all the way to the side of the Weber kettle, I run the chance of my protein touching the side of the Weber kettle. The Slow and Sear, it's easy to store. All you do is simply leave it in your Weber kettle. Once you own the Slow and Sear and you start to use it, you're really never going to have a reason to take it back out. You're always going to use your Slow and Sear. You may have to take the water trough out depending if you're searing or if you're smoking, but even the water trough, all I do is put it right here on the shelf under my Weber kettle. Another reason why I like the Slow and Sear is that it is low maintenance. It's made out of stainless steel, which is durable, especially in weather. It's not going to rust like just regular sheet metal. You don't need to season inside or outside the Slow and Sear because your lit charcoal is just going to burn all that off anyway. Now, as far as the water pan, if that gets filled with ash or grease, all you have to do is place it in your dishwasher, and I put mine open side down, and the dishwasher will wash away anything that's inside of the water trough. Another reason why I like the Slow and Sear is because once you have it in your kettle, you have an instant 2-zone setup. Now, the Slow and Sear takes up about 1/3 of your Weber kettle, and when you set that in, that 1/3 is going to be your hot zone. The other 2/3 of your Weber kettle is going to be your cool zone. And of course, your hot zone is going to be used for searing your meat, and then your cool zone is going to be used when you no longer need that protein over the fire. Another reason why I like the Slow and Sear is because it adds thermal mass to your Weber kettle. Now, the technical definition for thermal mass is that thermal mass refers to the material inside of a building that can help reduce temperature fluctuations. Now, in this case, your building is the Weber kettle, and your thermal mass is 7+ pounds of stainless steel that comes built in to your Slow and Sear. The metal in the Slow and Sear will absorb all of this heat from your lit charcoal and slowly release that heat, thereby helping you maintain a consistent temperature. The Slow and Sear also makes it easy to reuse charcoal. You can either move that charcoal around with something like this, or you can simply do what I do and pick the Slow and Sear up and shake it. As you're shaking it, all of the ash and charcoal that's too small to use will fall through the bottom grate and into your Weber kettle. This will leave you good, usable, used charcoal. The Slow and Sear also creates an intense sear zone. When you're ready to put a sear on any protein you're grilling, simply pour in a fully lit charcoal chimney starter right into the Slow and Sear. Move that charcoal around so it's level for even heat distribution, and then you'll get this extremely hot heat zone. In this shot, you can see those flames are just flickering right above the grill grates. Now, how hot does that get? I would guess is about 700 degrees. So if that needle hadn't stopped there, it would still go. And then look at this steak. That's the kind of sear you get whenever you're using the Slow and Sear Deluxe. Another reason why I love the Slow and Sear Deluxe is because it converts your Weber kettle into a smoker. To use your Slow and Sear as a smoker, simply get about 12 to 16 briquettes into your chimney starter and get those lit. lit. Now for your slow and sear, you're going to want one end to be empty. Fill up the slow and sear with unlit charcoal and your favorite flavor of wood. Now remember, you reserved a little space at the corner for your lit charcoal. When your charcoal is fully lit, simply pour that lit charcoal in the space you reserved earlier and fill that up with hot water. And now you can place your protein on the cool side of the grill. And there you have it. Your Weber kettle is now a smoker. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching A View to a Grill. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.